You won't believe what Ji Chang Wook said to Nam Ji Hyun at the altar. His wedding vows left the entire crowd in stunned silence, followed by tears. Before we take you inside one of the most heart-shattering and beautiful moments in K-drama history, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest updates on your favorite stars. It wasn't just a wedding. It was a declaration of a love that many had only seen through a screen. What fans thought was just on-screen chemistry and suspicious partner had now transformed into something far more real and incredibly moving. Ji Chang Wook stood at the altar, surrounded by white orchids and soft candlelight, looking directly into the eyes of Nam Ji Hyun. Not as a co-star, not as a friend, but as the woman he had chosen to spend forever with. Nam Ji Hyun, dressed in an elegant gown that shimmered like morning light, couldn't hold back the tears forming in her eyes. The venue had fallen completely silent. Every guest, including family, friends, and even former co-stars, leaned in to hear the words that Ji Chang Wook had poured his entire heart into. He took a deep breath, his voice calm but filled with overwhelming emotion. "I never imagined," he began, "that a scene partner from a drama would become the most important person in my entire life." The crowd was visibly moved already, but Ji Chang Wook wasn't done. "I remember the first day we met on set," he continued. "You walked in with your quiet confidence, that bright smile, and this energy that made everyone feel like they belonged. From that day, I knew you were different. But I was too afraid to believe that someone as pure, as strong, and as luminous as you could ever become part of my real life." Nam Ji Hyun gently gripped his hands tighter, her tears already falling. "But somehow," he said with a soft laugh, "our story didn't end with the final episode. It was just the beginning. Off camera, in quiet coffee shops, late-night calls, and long walks after filming, we found something more powerful than any script could write." He paused for a moment, his eyes glistening. "I've never told anyone this before, but there was a night during filming when I looked at you and thought, if I don't hold on to this woman, I'll regret it for the rest of my life." The guests gasped softly. Even veteran actors in the crowd wiped away tears. Ji Chang Wook looked down, then back up with a trembling smile. "I've seen the world through countless lenses, actor, celebrity, idolized figure. But you, Nam Ji Hyun, you saw the real me. You saw through every mask, every smile that was just for the camera, and loved me anyway. You made me feel like I didn't have to perform to be loved." Nam Ji Hyun was crying openly now, and so was half the audience. But Ji Chang Wook wasn't done. "I vow to never let go of your hand," he said, his voice now steady, firm. "I vow to be your safe place when the world feels too loud. I vow to protect the light in your eyes and never take your love for granted. I know that life won't always be a fairy tale," he added. "There will be challenges, misunderstandings, and even painful moments. But I promise that I will never walk away. When things get hard, I will lean in, not run. I will fight for us, even when it's easier not to." The air around them seemed to freeze, the weight of his words sinking into every soul present. "I vow to support your dreams," he continued, "to stand beside you as you grow, and to never let your wings be clipped by the shadow of mine. You are not just the love of my life. You are my equal, my muse, my future. And finally," he said, his voice now thick with tears, "I vow to love you with the same intensity one did the day I realized I couldn't live without you, and with even more as the years go by." At that, the crowd couldn't hold back. A wave of emotion swept through the venue. The officiant, holding back his own tears, gave a gentle nod as Ji Chang Wook reached for the wedding ring. As he slipped it onto Nam Ji Hyun's finger, he whispered, "Forever starts today, my love." Nam Ji Hyun's response wasn't scripted, but it was equally unforgettable. Through her tears, she said, "You gave me a love I didn't know existed outside of stories. And today, I'm marrying my best friend, my protector, and the man who brought peace to every piece of my soul." The ceremony may have been private, but the love shared in that moment radiated far beyond the venue's walls. News broke almost instantly, and within minutes, the internet was flooded with reactions. Fans from all over the world rejoiced, with hashtags like #ChangHyunWedding and #JiChangWookVows dominating the trending lists. Even media outlets that typically stayed out of celebrity weddings couldn't resist covering the story. Some fans said they cried watching leaked footage from the venue, while others wrote letters expressing how much the couple had inspired them to believe in real love. One fan posted, "If this is what real love looks like, then I'll wait forever to find mine." As the reception carried on behind the scenes, close friends began sharing heartfelt photos, candid moments of the newlyweds laughing, embracing, and dancing slowly to their favorite song. Unlike most high-profile weddings, Ji Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun kept things intimate. No flashy displays or staged media moments. Just authenticity, warmth, and undeniable love. It's also been reported that Ji Chang Wook worked on his vows for nearly 6 months. According to a friend, he would write a line, then erase it, then cry, then rewrite. He said he had to get it right because this wasn't just for the wedding, it was a promise for life. The effort showed. His words didn't just touch Nam Ji Hyun. They touched everyone who heard them. What makes their story even more beautiful is how long it took to get here. Years of being just co-stars, followed by silence, privacy, and quiet appearances that fueled endless speculation. But through it all, they chose each other. Quietly, steadily, faithfully. They chose love over publicity, depth over drama, forever over fleeting headlines. For those who had followed their journey since Suspicious Partner, this wedding was more than just a celebrity event. It was a fairy tale come full circle. The very same chemistry that lit up our screens had blossomed into a lifelong commitment, sealed by the most vulnerable and heartfelt vows we've heard in a long time. And Ji Chang Wook, once known for his action scenes and swoon-worthy roles, redefined what it means to be a leading man. Not just in drama, but in real life. He showed the world that vulnerability is powerful, that love is worth fighting for, and that promises made at the altar should be sacred and true. As they held each other after the ceremony, surrounded by close friends, flickering lights, and soft music, it became clear that this wasn't just the end of one chapter. It was the beginning of an entirely new story, one written not by screenwriters, but by two hearts brave enough to love openly. So here's to Ji Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun, a couple who reminded us that real love doesn't always begin with fireworks. Sometimes it begins quietly on set with shared glances and unsaid feelings. And sometimes it ends in front of a sea of tears, vows spoken under a canopy of stars, and a forever promised with trembling hands. Their wedding day wasn't just an event. It was a lesson in grace, patience, and the kind of love that makes you believe in happy endings again. If this moved you the way it moved millions around the world, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a heartfelt comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more unforgettable stories, emotional moments, and updates on your favorite stars who live love like it's meant to be lived. Out loud and for real. Because in a world full of acting, Ji Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun gave us something truly genuine. And we'll remember their vows forever.